Hello and welcome back to JDA Football, part 2 of this episode 31 on YouTube. And guess who's back? Joe's back. How are you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm back. We did have some connection issues, and that's why I wasn't here for the first half of this podcast. But I'm back, and I'm ready to go. Ready to give you all some new football news.
Let's get into it. How are you, Alex, before I go into it?
I'm very good. Yeah, it's been very warm. Thankfully, I'm not sure how it is down there. I think we're over 30 degrees down there at some time, didn't it?
Up here, yeah.
It was on Friday, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Can tell Alex like geography.
Oh, it's been all right. So yeah.
Right, so we'll go into the transfer news first. It's very United-based, but Joe, Kasper Schmeichel, what's he been up to?
Yeah, United are weighing up a move for Kasper Schmeichel to replace De Gea as their number one, according to The Sun.
Take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, I think this will be a good move because De Gea isn't as on form as he used to be. And I think a lot of United fans will agree with me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is a weird one because it's the Sun, so I'm not trusting them. But then again, it could happen, but I don't think it will. The problem is, you've got Dean Henderson, who's got the third most clean sheets in the Prem. And we're going out to get Kasper Schmeichel, who probably cost us about, 70 million or something like that. So I say give Dean Henderson a chance. What do you guys think?
I mean, if you can offer Dean Henderson like a starting place, I'm pretty sure that's all it wants. I think that's the only reason he's trying to stay at Sheffield United is that he's not guaranteed a starting place at United. But if he can guarantee him one, then there's no reason he can't stay. And he's a world-class goalkeeper, and he might even be better than Schmeichel. You never know. But and Schmeichel's quite an old goalkeeper as well, and you're going to have to pay a big sum of money for someone who hasn't got many years left in him. So, yeah, it's a bit of a risky one if you were going to do it. But yeah, as we say, it is the Sun, and you can't really take anything for granted with them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much you paid for De Gea, but you've got a good chunk of use out of him.
I think it was 12 million on 19, something like that.
12 million?
Yeah.
So you've well and truly used that up.
Yeah.
So Dean Henderson would be a very good move, and I think he'd do it if you could give him a guaranteed starting place. But that would mean you're not playing De Gea, so you'd have to get rid of him.
Yeah, which I think would be the right decision, but we'll have to say.
Yeah.
What's going on in Crystal Palace? Alex, Southampton, what's going on?
So Roy Hodgson was asked in an interview about Wilfred Zaha's future, and he had this to say. We still like him very much. We can't make him like us. This is a situation that only he and the club can sort out. I don't have an answer. So it sounds very conspicuous from Crystal Palace there. Obviously, there was a lot of clubs in for him last summer, and he didn't get the move that he wanted, even though he did hand in a transfer request. So yeah, I can see him leaving Crystal Palace definitely this summer. He's a world-class player, but some people say he's found his level at Crystal Palace because he only scored 5 goals, and they're asking for something like 60 million for him. So yeah, it probably wouldn't be a good deal for any club that went out to sign him. But I can definitely see him leaving this season.
Well, yeah. From what it sounds like, he's making it seem like he's arguing with a lot of players and he doesn't like a lot of players. To me, that's just like trying to start gossip, because I just think he wants to leave because he thinks he's better than Crystal Palace, which only time will tell, to be honest, because 5 goals for 60 million, if another team snatches him up, is not a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Zaha's always got that thing to him where he thinks he's better than everyone, which he will at Crystal Palace. But if you go to a Real Madrid, you'll know in short time that you're not going to have the best there. So hopefully, if he does go to somewhere big, he gets taught a lesson, I suppose. But I think he is a good player. But as this keeps going on, if he does stay at Palace, he's just going to be another flop, another Danny Welbeck. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But an update on JDA. Yeah, Yannick Bolasie. He's returned, hasn't he? Saw him in the pink kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
So I'll give you an update on Jadon Sancho. So Manchester United have apparently agreed a 5-year deal with 120 million euros or 110 million pounds. And this will be paid over 3 summers. So this summer we'll pay 70 million, then the next we'll pay 30, and then the next summer we'll pay 20. So we're breaking it up sort of, which is sort of good. But thank God Borussia Dortmund don't want one whole sum because that would be quite hard to get to them. Sancho will be a good sign, hopefully, and hopefully it can be done in the coming days. What do you think about this signing, guys, if it does happen?
Oh my God, it's been so long in the making. It's almost as long as Fernandes.
Yep. What do you think?
Well, at first I like with where United were at the start, like in start or the middle of the season, I didn't see someone like Jadon Sancho probably coming to United, seeing as they didn't look like they were even going to get Champions League. But yeah, they turned the season around, getting Bruno Fernandes in, and yeah, I can see them doing a lot of things next season. And if they can bring in Jadon Sancho, that'll be the whole attack sorted for me, because they've got a lot of young players who can obviously score goals, and just bringing in a world-class young player will just do wonders for them. And yeah, I'm not sure if he'll come, seeing as he has been at City, and I'm not sure how reliable any of the sources are nowadays. But yeah, it'll be a fantastic signing if United were to pull it off.
I can see it happening, but from all the debate about it, and from all the just constant updates that constantly contradict each other. So I think it was last week or the week before, they said they weren't going to pay, was it 70 million or above?
80, yeah.
80. And now they're coming out and saying 110 million pounds or 120 million euros. I don't know if it's actually going to happen at all. He could be staying at Dortmund again.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But also with United, they've also got rid of Alexis Sanchez apparently. And this is a bit weird for United because they normally don't get things done very quickly, especially in one day. To get 2 things done, that's a pretty good achievement for United. So they've got Alexis Sanchez off the books, 400k a week. That's gone. So basically, that is a transfer. He's going on a free, but I couldn't care less because he's rubbish. I mean, the amount, 20 million or something we paid for him, shocking. And whoever offered him 400k at United, oh my God, just go and bury yourself. But I think it was over the next 2 years, if we had Sanchez, he would have cost us 60 million to just have.
Yeah,
60 million.
So that's half of your Sancho deal there already.
Yeah, basically. So we've saved big money in that sense. So yeah, hopefully we can carry on this good transfer form. But we'll go into the general news now. And Joe, there's a new FA rule being implied, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, so a new FA rule is coming out, seeing red cards issued for deliberate coughs from players onto opponents, referees, and I think this includes linesmen. To me, it's disgusting that any player goes on the pitch and coughs on another player. That's not even a foul. That's just grim. And that's not a big enough punishment. Even without coronavirus, it's pretty grim. But with, I said the C word, with everything that's going on at the moment, you're putting someone's life in danger by coughing on them. And it should be at least a suspension, in my opinion. But it's a rule that should have been implemented the moment football started up.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit weird for me how they probably have to issue this rule, because it kind of implies a player's already done it, which is a bit of a weird one. But yeah, I mean, if they're doing that and they even have coronavirus symptoms and they give it to another player, surely they should be kind of banned from football for a few weeks instead of just giving a red card. And yeah, it's the fact that they even have to implement this rule is a bit just like disgusting, even with the thing going around at the moment. So yeah, I don't know what's happened to make them implement this rule, but hopefully it doesn't have to be taken into
Yeah. So yeah, you've both hit the nail on the head there. I can't really add much more to it. But Alex, the championship view, what's it looking like at the moment?
So both Brentford did go through against Swansea. They went 1-0 behind in the first leg. It was Andre Ayew scored the only goal of the game, missing a penalty first, and then scoring an absolute banger afterwards. But then Brentford went back to Griffin Park for their last game, and did I wouldn't say smash Swansea, but they did go 2-0 up inside 20 minutes and put the game to bed. 3 goals, and they won 3-1. So Brentford are in the final, and so are Fulham. They beat Cardiff. I think they beat them. Was it 2-0?
2-0 in the second leg.
Yeah, no, 2-1 in the second leg and 1-0 in the first leg. Oh wait, no, 2-0 in the first leg and 2-1 in the second. So
all right, okay.
I think, no, 2-1 to Cardiff. Well, they're through. They're through. So it's Fulham Brentford in the Championship playoff final, which should be a banger of a match. And who will go on?
I want Brentford to come up personally.
I think we're all in agree with that. I think it's a mini London derby for that final. Of course, no fans, so it'll be rubbish. But I think you just need a bit more, like, I don't know, new blood in the Prem. Like, I think we need that. I don't want the same old teams like your Fulham, your Cardiffs, your Swanseas. I want somebody like your Wolves, Sheffield United, Brentford, just other teams that get given a chance. So they're going down.
I know.
But we'll have to wait.
Making a load of signings though.
Yeah. What are your score predictions for Brentford versus Fulham?
Oh, okay, I'm going to go 1-1 after 120 minutes. I'm going to go Brentford win it on pens, 6-5.
Joe?
I'm going to say it will be 1-1 at 90 minutes, and then Brentford will, at the end of the 120 minutes, will seal the deal. Right at the end, it's going to be a really tense match, which we all love to see at Wembley. Unfortunately, not with fans, but it'll be a sight to see. And I really want Brentford to win it because I have a grudge against Fulham from how they won a couple of years ago. Obviously, they did come straight back down, but that game was awful. The refereeing was shocking. Anyway.
So you're going for 1-1 after 120 minutes, both of you?
No, 1-1. I'm saying 1-1 after 90, 2-1 to Brentford after 120.
Oh, I'm going to go 2-1 for Brentford after 90. Oh, no. Yeah, after 90 or 90 minutes. I think Brentford will just clear the floor with Fulham. I mean, if Thomas Frank gets his tactics right, which he normally does, I don't think Fulham will have a chance against Brentford. And hopefully Brentford come up. But in other news, Newcastle takeover has been called off.
Oh.
Now, I saw a report yesterday that the Reuben brothers are still interested, but take that with a pinch of salt. You know what they're like. So this will be, I'm presuming this will be over the broadcast rights with BN Sports, the massive thing that they've got going over there in Saudi Arabia. But Joe, what do you think, firstly, about this takeover being called off? Because this has been going on for a couple of weeks now, and if I was a Newcastle fan, I wouldn't be happy.
Well, personally, it's good as a Villa fan because Newcastle have a few players that we would like to snap up, and it's another option for players going to their club that they have to think about. See, any transfers that they could have made might be a bit trickier because the future is not very certain for them. So for me, it's good. Obviously, if you look at it from any other point of view, like a United view where it doesn't really affect her as much. It's like it's another club that could be struggling within the future. So it is negative, but I would like to see a few of their players in a claret and blue shirt.
What about you, Alex?
I mean, it doesn't really affect us. I mean, if they did get a takeover and did become a much bigger club, I couldn't really stand them being a bigger club than us because, any club like just below us would probably have. Well, they think they have a rivalry with us because we like just beat them or just lose to them, and then they just get like really angry for some reason. So any club that's smaller than us that becomes bigger than us, we kind of have a rivalry with. So if Newcastle can just stay slightly below, then that'll be absolutely brilliant.
But yeah, if I was a Newcastle fan, I would be absolutely raging because
Yeah.
one week you think you're getting Kylian Mbappe, the next week you're going to get Mason Bennett from Derby County or somebody like that. That's how the standards can probably drop. So I would be absolutely furious, but I'm not a Newcastle fan, so it's all good for me at the moment. So, Joe, what's going over in Italy with Andrea Pirlo? Ooh.
Yes, Andrea Pirlo is the new under-23s coach for Juventus. He'll take charge. He did play for Juventus from 2011 until 2015, and then he moved to the MLS. Another money move, in my opinion. But he has completed his coaching qualifications after leaving the MLS. And I think he'll be a good coach for an under-23s squad. It would be good to see him moving up the ranks and coaching for the first team, but we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, I think if Sarri doesn't win a great deal next year or the year after, you could see Pirlo move up. I think Pirlo play a very possession-based game. He likes passing, or he might play box-to-box, like what he usually did when he chipped the balls over for the strikers to chase. But we'll have to see. What do you think about it, Alex?
So yeah, we've seen a lot of former players do well in management at their former clubs, and hopefully, he's not going straight into the top management role, but if he can impress with the under-23s, you never know, in a couple of seasons he might be managing Juve. So it could be very good for him and the Juventus as a club as well.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Alex, what's going on at Wembley, or what has happened at Wembley, should I say?
Well, not United, sorry, they wouldn't win the FA Cup. Arsenal.
Only 12 times we've won it. Only 12 times, sorry.
Arsenal won 14 times.
Sorry, Joe. 4-0 against Arsenal the other year, sorry.
Arsenal.
The other year, there was like 2008.
2008? No. That was like 2016, 2015, 2014. Years. Anyway, Alex, sorry for interrupting you. Let's go.
Well, Arsenal have won the FA Cup.
Boo.
For the 14th time, that's an English record. They beat Chelsea 2-1 in the final. They have had an absolutely appalling season, but they did get Europa League. And so, I mean, Chelsea were absolutely abysmal. Kovacic getting sent off just as Chelsea thought they were going to come back into it. And Aubameyang with 2 goals. He's an absolutely world-class striker, in my opinion. And he's kept Arsenal season alive this season. So, Arteta with his first trophy. But, Arsenal at their second home, Wembley, get yet another FA Cup. So,
yeah. So, Arteta is the first Arsenal manager to win the FA Cup as a player and a manager, which is some achievement for him in his first season, virtually, at Arsenal. So, I don't know. I watched the highlights. I watched the second half of the game, and Chelsea looked abysmal. But apparently, Chelsea fans think it was rigged. Apparently, because some of the decisions didn't go their way, like that Emi Martinez one when he came out of the box and caught the ball. I think it was against. I don't know who was running, but apparently that should have been a penalty or a free kick because he came out of his box. But that didn't get given, and then there was some other things as well. But yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. And this is the outcome of the game.
If you play absolutely dire, you can't say it's rigged, even if there are a few decisions not going your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Pulisic scored the first goal for Chelsea, and then Aubameyang scored a penalty, and then Aubameyang scored an absolutely brilliant goal at the end. And yeah, Arsenal deserve to win that, and they go two more in front of us, which is unfortunate. Jurgen Klopp has been named Manager of the Year. With the Liverpool boss has collected the award with, I think it was Marcelo Bielsa and Gareth Ainsworth. So yeah, another award for Klopp, I suppose. He's already got the majority of the trophies now, and that's just another one to add to his CV, I suppose. And
I don't think you can argue with it, to be honest, with their phenomenal season and the past few years.
Yeah, it's been a good manager. But National League North, big news, and I have been absolutely asked all this weekend to include this in the podcast. Numerous amounts of people have asked me to put this in the podcast, so I'm going to say it now. So, Alti are back where they belong. Altrincham are back in the National League Conference after gaining promotion from the National League North playoff final against Boston United, winning 1-0 with a bit of a weird goal. I mean, the goalkeeper spilled it and it was virtually a tap-in, but that's non-league for you. So,
will we see JDA on tour in the conference next season?
We could do. So against Stockport away.
It depends on
home.
the Rona.
Yeah, we'll see. But just to give you a sum of everything, so in 2015, Alty got relegated. Then in 2016, they got relegated again, and then they were champions in 2017. And then Heartache, they got beat in the semis or the final, I think it was, of the playoffs. And then this year they're back. So yeah, that's a quick sum up of what they've done. But Joe, sorry, I don't know what I was saying. Paulo Dybala has been quoted this week saying something about a common goal, I believe, Joe.
Yes. The Juve forward Paulo Dybala has joined the social impact movement Common Goal, and he said, "This is not about me. This is about working together to tackle the challenges we face. I'm committed to playing my part in helping to eradicate discrimination. Education is key." Pretty phenomenal that he's said all that, and very good that someone so high up is joining a big movement like that. I think eradicating discrimination, especially in football, is something that needs to be tackled quickly. It is becoming less frequent in football, but there are still monkey chants, which is shocking in 2020.
And also, there's no professional or Premier League gay footballer, is there? So that's something that they need to.
Is there not?
No, not
at
currently.
all?
But I think there was like one in the past, but apart from that, nothing. So yeah, we need to sort that out. But yeah, Joe, you've said everything right there. Common goal, and everybody should be helping everybody else in the right sort of way. And hopefully we can do it in football, like other sports have done it. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It might take a bit of time, but it'll be worth it. Alex, Bundesliga news, Marco Reus news. What is going on?
So Marco Reus has worked intensively over the past few months, yet still struggles with an adductor injury that he obtained last February, and he will be out indefinitely, which is very sad news for the Borussia Dortmund captain. I'd probably say legend at this point. Marco Reus has just been so good for the past few years for Borussia Dortmund, and I mean he obtained the injury last February and is still out indefinitely from now. So yeah, it must be an absolutely horrific injury, and we'll just hope he gets better soon, for his sake and Borussia Dortmund's sake as well.
Why I give credit to Marco Reus, because around the 2014 time when everybody was going to Bayern Munich virtually, you got Mats Hummels going, Lewandowski was going, Mario Götze was going, all those players. And I credit Royce for staying at Borussia Dortmund because that shows some courage to stay with his club. So yeah, I credit him for that, but hopefully he can return soonish. Just not in time for the Champions League if United play them in the knockout stage. But anyway, we'll go on to United actually now. And Bruno Fernandes has been quoted by Jose Mourinho. And this is what he's had to say. So Bruno came in, was fit, played very well, improved the United team, and he also proved to be a great penalty taker. One of the best in the world because he had about 20 to score.
He can't help himself, can he?
What do you think about this, Joe? We'll go on to you first because you're very passionate about these penalties that United are getting.
Obviously, Fernandes hasn't scored a huge amount of goals for the amount of deliberation over his signing. He's scored a lot of penalties and free kicks, which whatever.
We were lacking in them sort of set pieces and situations. So.
Yeah, he has improved massively in that aspect. But Mourinho cannot help himself. Every single dig he has to broadcast. I just think it's childish at this point. He's lashing out at a lot of clubs. It's not sport at that point. It's just it's your playground.
Yeah, he's getting
playground
insults.
He's
getting like an angry old man now. That's what he's turning into. But yeah, Mourinho, I think he should just stop. Just stop managing. I don't know why. He just should stop. His tactics are outdated. He's running Spurs into the ground. He just should stop managing. Otherwise, he's going to cause chaos again. But Leeds United, Joe, I think Marcelo Bielsa's won something.
Yeah, he has been crowned Sky Bet Championship Manager of the Year at the LMA Awards. No one can argue with that because Leeds have done phenomenal, no matter what Dan says. Yeah, he's an absolute legend, and to be honest, I think he's going to be winning a trophy in the next few years. But we'll see how that goes, and I'm looking forward to where he's going to take Leeds.
Yeah, how far do you guys reckon Leeds United will go? With under
I think they'll pull a
Bielsa?
Sheffield United, come top 8.
Top 8.
And then in this first season up, and then they're gonna come Champions League place within the next few years.
Alex?
Well, I think it's going to be hard to tell because at the start of the season, I think everyone was writing Sheffield United off. Everyone was, I'm pretty sure, had them in the relegation zone for their predictions.
Yeah.
And everyone had Villa and Norwich quite high up as well. And to see how those seasons completely were turned on their head, I mean, Sheffield United by far had the best season with the newly promoted sides. I mean, it's going to be really hard to tell how the clubs are going to do when they come up this season. And I hope Leeds do well. I can see them doing well. I think they have a world-class squad and some quite good depth as well, which is very important for the Premier League. But yeah, I can see them finishing top 10. But it'll just time will tell if they do improve on that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as well because Leeds normally burn out towards the end of the season. That's why they've barely got promoted these last couple of seasons. So for them to be playing 38 games in the Prem and then some in the FA Cup, it's not as much as it was in the Championship. So I think they would adopt better, and yeah, I think the players' stamina would go better across a whole season because they've played the 46. So they'll sort of be to an advantage.
There's higher intensity.
Yeah, but
it's much higher intensity in the Prem.
Yeah, but if you think about it, they're already playing at a Prem quality, like 3 hours of training per day. It's just mad. But yeah, we'll go over the match reviews now and the last day of the season. We'll just go over them very quickly. So the first game, this was all on Sunday the 26th of July, by the way. The first game was Arsenal versus Watford. Now, did anybody watch this game?
I did not.
I watched the highlights.
I watched the highlights as well. So, Alex, what did you think of the game?
So yeah, it was a really good start from Arsenal, a really bad start from Watford defensively. Watford had a lot of chances to maybe win the game later on. Deeney and Welbeck bringing them back into it at 3-2. And yeah, they missed a lot of chances. They had 19 shots. And at one point could have kept them up possibly, depending on what Villa did. So yeah, very disappointing for Watford. Quite a promising game in terms of how they played, but yeah, not what they needed, and did get relegated. So
Yeah, we'll come on to Villa later, Joe, and I'm sure you'll do a big speech at the end. Last game.
For Arsenal and Watford, it was a nail biter for me because it was a relegation battle. Obviously, we weren't playing each other, but it was a battle because nobody knew what was going on with the other team. But I had both commentaries live on my phone, the Arsenal game and the Villa game. And Arsenal, I think went 3-1 up. Yeah, they went 3-1 up at half-time. And then we were worried because Watford had got another goal. We thought that could raise the morale a bit and possibly win the game and stop them from going down. But looks like Arsenal just about held on. To me, for Arsenal to be losing 2 goals after they went 3-0 up, it's fairly appalling.
Yeah, we'll come on to Bournemouth in a bit because they did virtually the same what Everton did virtually with Arsenal. So we'll come on to them in a bit. But just to go over some of the other games. So Burnley-Brighton 2-1. So Nick Pope didn't get his Golden Glove, which was really annoying. Chelsea managed to secure top 4 against Wolves, winning 2-0. We'll come on to who got third in a bit. But Crystal Palace and Spurs.
Dan, who did get third?
Oh, United. Come on, yes. No, I'm joking. I didn't even have to think about it. I was just taking the mick. So, Spurs versus Palace. Mourinho managed to get Europa League somehow. He got in the top 6. Mourinho doing miracles somehow. But we'll give it a couple of seasons and they'll be in the relegation zone, I bet. But yeah, Everton and Bournemouth. Alex, this was a diabolical game for you. I mean, getting beaten by a relegation side. I know they wanted to stay up, but that is something else, Alex.
So, yeah, I mean, you could see in our play that we had absolutely nothing to play for. We couldn't go up any places, and I think we could only go down 1 if Southampton win, which they did. So, yeah, pretty much everything that could go wrong went wrong. The one good piece of play we had, we managed to score from, and yeah, I mean, Jordan Pickford's absolutely dreadful. I hope we get a new goalkeeper in the summer.
Come on, that chant England's number 1, Alex.
Well, yeah, Alex, I texted you, didn't I? I texted you when Bournemouth were 2-1 up. I said, "Come on, what's going on?" You didn't reply for about an hour. And by the time you replied, they were 3-1 up, and I was fuming because made it so nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
I was halfway into cracking my phone, so it's fine.
Ah, nice.
So going on to some Brighton news: Leicester City versus Manchester United. Now, Ole,
Brighton.
What a miracle! Did I say Brighton?
It's darker news.
Did I say Brighton?
Yes. No, you said brighter, but it's darker.
No,
Brighton. You've ruined Leicester's season.
Brighton news. So,
Brighton
Leicester City do not make top 4.
Oh, okay.
Because of Manchester United. Alex, I'm just zoning you out here. This is my time. You've had your time.
How was it brighter?
Crappy ball.
Lingard scored.
Yeah, Lingard scored because Kasper Schmeichel's rubbish. That's why we're not getting him.
That goal was hilarious.
Why you want to sign him then?
You're trying to sign him.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to sign him. The Sun are trying to sign him. They're trying to put words in our mouth.
And guess what? United scored another penalty.
Yes, and you know why? Because Tony
we got
Martial
one all season.
Yeah, we broke a record actually. Most penalties scored or given in a whole season. Add that to the resume.
And most referees paid in a single year.
I don't think they're paying them. I think they're doing them a bit of a favour with their seatbelts.
Oh. No. Just because you avoided relegation. But
health and safety.
But yeah, 2-0. United get third. win the Champions League, bring on Barcelona next season.
Can we talk about the Lingard goal, Dan?
What, Kasper Schmeichel just absolutely
Lingard
tried to do a
scored.
Cruyff turn, and then
Lingard scored.
Lingard scored off his left
How
foot.
many did he
full credit
score
to
this
him.
season?
I think that's his first or second, but he's had personal problems.
It's his second goal this season. He has had a lot of personal issues going on. So I'm not going to write him off, because for me to be going through something like that is pretty tough on a football player and all the pressure on them as well. But he should have been given a season off with the issues he's been going through, instead of just being slated in the media.
Yeah. But we'll go over to the other side of Manchester, and Manchester City won 5-0. No surprise there. Not really got much to talk about it, to be honest. I mean,
Put Norwich to bed,
De
didn't
Bruyne's world class.
Norwich haven't been good enough this season. Didn't get the right signings in. That's actually the book wrapped up there for Norwich. But
They still managed to beat us, though.
yeah. So I think Newcastle scored first. Dwight Gale scored in I think it was 24 seconds.
Yeah, in like 30 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, so Liverpool ended
24, I
up
think.
winning that game 3-1, came back from 3 goals. Right, so going on to the Southampton game, Southampton won 3-1 against Sheffield United. I didn't watch the game personally, but I just saw the score in the end. And yeah, Sheffield United got an unfortunate loss there. But going on to the main event of the evening, which was West Ham versus Villa. That's not for me, that's for Joe, by the way. Yeah, there's only one man to go to first. Joe.
Very, very tense game for Villa fans all across the world united. But yeah, can't say I'm proud of staying up on a draw, but I'm happy that we are. And another season in the Prem for us. I was disappointed that we let them equalise, especially a minute after we scored. But Jack Grealish did get the goal with an absolute banger. And I don't think anyone can argue with that, because he's easily the best player on our team. Man of the match, and assisted by McGinn. So 2 of our legends put in towards a great contribution to our team.
I mean, the goal he conceded was a bit sketchy, so
Grealish's goal, though,
yeah,
what
you probably
a goal.
deserve
It
to win.
I mean,
Did
with
you
his
see
weaker foot as
Yarmolenko's?
well. No, I didn't see it,
Sorry?
but I know he scored on
Did
the
you
break.
see Yarmolenko's?
Did you see the whole defence?
No, it bounced off one of the defenders and went like 30 yards into the air and then just looped into the goal.
It wasn't a great
It's
shot.
the flukiest goal I've ever seen. But yeah, you managed to stay up even though you did concede
God, Joe,
that goal.
You could have been playing Luton next season, but now you're coming to the Theatre of Dreams for United again.
I was
Okay,
proving myself in the game.
But yeah, so Villa stay up somehow with 1 point. And yeah, so next season we will see Leeds United, West Brom, and Brentford or Fulham coming up. Hopefully Brentford.
So we've got West Brom and Wolves already in the Prem. All we need is Birmingham now.
Nah,
Birmingham aren't good enough for the Prem, to be honest. Though.
I mean, they finished like 14th this season or something like that. Mid.
Oh no, worse than that. Worse than that, it was like 20th. No, like 18th.
Wow.
It was awful.
That was awful. And Harrogate won 3-1, not yesterday, the day before, against Notts County, so they do go up to the EFL. League 2 for the first time. Yeah. So yeah, good things going on down in Harrogate. But I think that's a wrap from us. Make sure to check out our socials. Remember to give us a like and subscribe. Anything to add?
No, I don't think so. Make sure follow all of our social medias, Instagram, Twitter, as always. And yeah, make sure you leave a like and a comment as well. Yeah, I would like to have some video ideas that we can do before everything starts up again. So yeah.
Yeah, make sure you tell us exactly what you want to do and what we could be doing better. It always helps to have a little bit of input from the fans.
Yeah, definitely.
Criticism.
But
constructive criticism, yeah.
But that's a bye from me.
And me.
And me. Thanks for watching.
See you in the next one.